And trust me, I, at this point, Bob, get the suspicions about the election. I mean, I don't know why Trump seems to keep admitting it, and I don't know whether he's just so inarticulate. But, I mean, he said it again in the Oval Office. They rigged it, and I won the election. You're like, wait, what? This is what keeps... Because, I mean, you and I are like, why doesn't he have, like, negative 100 approval rating based on what's happening?
And the thing about this term that sets it apart from his previous term as president is I don't think he cares. I don't think he cares about these numbers. I don't think he cares about being popular with the American people. Certainly, he's got his cult following, and that's all he really needs. But beyond that, it doesn't matter to him because what he's doing right now is a smash and grab. What he's doing is he's pillaging the federal government. He's pillaging taxpayers to enrich himself and to enrich his oligarch friends. And going back to what we were saying about a liberal opposition to this, there's a gigantic opportunity for the Democratic Party to step in, as we've seen from Bernie Sanders and several Elizabeth Warren and several others who are actually doing some hard work here
AOC.
to win over maybe some. Yeah. This is a gigantic opportunity to be the solution to the Donald Trump smash and grab, the Donald Trump oligarchy, the Donald Trump enriching of billionaires, his billionaire pals who are all running the administration right now. So while we're all looking at poll numbers, Donald Trump is looking at his bank accounts and the bank accounts of his friends and the stock portfolios of his friends. I mean, the whole tariff thing is about manipulating the stock market for his own wealth.
Yeah, and thank you for that. You said voting isn't useless. We won a series of special elections this year. We'll win many more. Throwing in the towel on democracy is doing MAGA's work for them. And trust me, I, at this point, Bob, get the suspicions about the election. I mean, I don't know why Trump seems to keep admitting it, and I don't know whether he's just so inarticulate. But, I mean, he said it again in the Oval Office. They rigged it, and I won the election. You're like, wait, what?
Well, I mean, it's important to maintain an eye on the integrity of our democracy. There's no doubt about that. Keep an eye on what's happening with our elections and what precedes the elections, what happens after elections. But it's driving me bananas, this idea that every time we bring up the midterms or we bring up 2028, the response invariably on social media is, oh, that's just silly talk. Elections are over. Democracy is done. There's no voting is irrelevant. What are you talking about?
That's the final nail that they want you to, they want us to put that in our own coffin, Bob. You're right.
That's exactly right. That is capitulation to what Donald Trump and Elon Musk are doing. And that's not helping anything. So what we have to do is, I think we trust but verify our democracy. I think that's a good policy.
And you talked about Democratic leadership. We always say when they go low, we go Jasmine Crockett. That's what all Democrats should take a page from that. But you just said, let's fix it from the inside. Otherwise, the biggest favor you and a few million others can do for the MAGA movement is to abandon the Democratic Party, rendering the two subdivided halves even more powerless. You said if you think the Democrats are powerless, try forming a third party, splitting the liberal pro-democracy vote, and find out what powerless really looks like. It's math. I mean, to your point, Mehdi Hassan tweeted, when you hear Trump and his supporters defend the detention of a green card holder by pretending to care about one, anti-Semitism on campus, and two, trespassing on college property, remember that Trump, one, hosted a Holocaust denier for dinner, and two, pardoned violent insurrectionists. So, once again, here we go, third party Jill Stein voters about Gaza, right?
Yes, it's basic math. It's like electoral math 101. It's actually just like apples and oranges counting math, really. Because look at it this way. If 20% of the current MAGA Republican Party decided to split off and form its own third party, would that be good news or bad news for the Democrats? It would be overwhelmingly good news for the Democrats because that Republican vote then gets split. They have no chance whatsoever of earning a majority in any election. And the Democrats win sweep elections time and time again. And that's just how it would work. It's basic math. You have to look at it through that lens because I understand the frustration with the Democratic Party right now. But walking away is not going to fix the Democratic Party.
There are only
Forming a third party and making yourself politically irrelevant, electorally irrelevant, is not going to solve the problem. It's only going to make it worse. And that's quite honestly, and you can feel free to at me on social media, one of the reasons we're in this predicament is because of that attitude. Oh, I'm tired of the corporatist Democratic Party, so I'm just going to walk away and vote my conscience for this other irrelevant third party candidate.
Right.
That's one of the reasons we're here. That
Yeah.
was one of the reasons we ended up in 2017 as well.
Yeah,
So
well, it's this whole, I mean, you tweeted, of course, new measles case alert in Maryland. Alert includes mention of Dulles Airport. We've had an alert out here at LAX. Where are we at? Hold, please. Hold your calls for a moment. Hold on. Oh, that's tuberculosis. Hang on.
Yeah. That's a whole other thing.
Number of measles cases has risen to 198 in Texas.
I think it's 233 now.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. This was 2 days ago.
Yeah.
Right. They, of course, they were unvaccinated. An otherwise healthy school-age girl died from measles, the first death from the virus. That was tuberculosis. Okay. Anyway, but I mean, Bob, it's just, you're right. Whatever portion of anti-vax lunatics that were Bobby Kennedy fans that voted for Trump, here we are. Right? I mean,
well, all at once he's he published one piece on foxnews.com to say, it's a good idea to get the MMR vaccine.
Right. Except this is why I'm wearing my just hurry up and die shirt. I'm sorry. This is where I'm back to from the. This year this week was the 5-year anniversary of COVID being declared a pandemic. And here's this idiot saying maybe you need to, exercise and eat better to stop measles. Oh my God, this is the same idiocy we heard during COVID, right?
Right. And right after he wrote this piece for FoxNews.com about getting the vaccine, he was on Fox News to say, it used to be that everyone got measles and they had lifetime protection. So what that's going to do is that has then encouraged, the HHS secretary has encouraged the Fox News audience to start attending these measles parties where everyone gets measles measles for everybody.
No, I mean, we were saying it reminded me during COVID, like you, me, Chris, Jody, you couldn't eat much healthier or exercise much more than we all do, right? I mean, Chris drinks one beer every 5 years. I didn't drink it. I didn't drink it all for 3 years during COVID. Now I drink wine moderately. But the point is, why are you kidding? You couldn't be much healthier than everybody we know. I got COVID twice. I mean, we all got COVID, and it's just this whole like. What did he say? He said you
rode your bike 20 miles during the last commercial break.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
Incredible feat that we're all trying to catch up to. Yeah.
Yeah. RFK Jr. makes disturbing claim linking measles to poor diet and exercise. Oh my God. Okay, wait. Is this I'm sorry to do this to you.
There are adverse events from the vaccine. It does cause deaths every year. It causes.
Oh God.
It causes all the illnesses that. Measles itself causes encephalitis and blindness, etc. And so people ought to be able to make that choice for themselves.
Okay. Let me just go through the whole thing. We see a correlation by people who get hurt by measles and people who don't have good nutrition or don't have a good exercise regimen. Oh my God, that has nothing to do with
children.
Right.
You know what that's like saying? It's like saying that people die in car accidents. So what you should do is run out onto the freeway, not in a car, just by foot, and see
how that goes.
Where you're going to get hit by a car.
Yeah, that'll inoculate you.
Without providing evidence, Kennedy pointed to malnutrition and lack of access to fresh foods in the factors that may have been an issue in her death. Are you kidding? The kid that died in Texas? He went on to say Mennonite leaders in Texas have told him there's a number of vaccine injured kids in that community. Oh my God, here we go again, right? We're spending all this, and we're spending taxpayer dollars on this debunked a billion times autism study, right?
Yeah. It's just it's such utter madness. I'm going to speak slowly for any MAGA trolls who happen to be listening right now. What happens is when you don't get vaccinated, the virus mutates and becomes deadly to the people who are vaccinated.
Like Donald Trump with it, right? It doesn't kill you the first time, it mutates and tries again.
Right. And a gigantic flip of the bird to members of Congress who voted to confirm RFK Jr. and fell for the flim-flam that he offered up saying, I'm not opposed to vaccines. No, absolutely not. But what he's opposed to are vaccine mandates, which are incredibly important and speak exactly to what I was just saying a second ago. You need to vaccinate everybody in order for the vaccines to actually work and save lives. Otherwise, mutations occur and it doesn't matter. Then everyone starts.
Here we go again. Kennedy also pushed unproven treatments for measles, saying 2 doctors treating patients in the area have told him they're seeing almost miraculous instantaneous recovery in measles patients when they're given cod oil, steroids, antibiotics, or high doses of vitamins A and D. Or they could just get vaccinated. I mean,
Right. Yeah.
can it-
By the way, lots of people probably loading up on vitamin A right now, just massive dummies, just chugging it down because, and what's going to happen is they're going to overdo it and it's going to liquefy their organs. Look it up. Vitamin A in large
Thank you.
doses is very, very bad
This is-
for you. Far
We're
worse
doing our own research.
than any vaccine.
He also claimed there were a lot of studies, quote unquote, showing that natural immunity derived from getting measles and other vaccine preventable diseases can help the immune system fight cancer, cardiac disease, and allergy conditions. Research does not support that claim. And then he also, what you mentioned, he shared that he went to measles parties as a kid, gatherings where parents of unvaccinated children let measles spread from child to child in hopes that they get natural. Those people all belong in prison, first of all. So of course he's okay. He went to
Yeah, he just looks like the Gribblies. He just looks like if you get anywhere close to him, you're just going to be infected with everything. It's like that scene from where Mr. Burns literally has every disease known to humanity, and they're all working together to actually block him from dying. It's like it all gets gummed up in the door, like Meathead and Archie trying to go through the door. It's just like it's utter madness what he's talking about. And again, I
as
cannot
someone
believe
said,
this.
I don't want health advice from someone that looks like a boiled catcher's mitt. I'm just saying.
Right.
He is. Are you a yo-yo dieter? You diet, you lose weight, you gain it all back, plus a few extra pounds. Then later you lose it and you regain it again and again. I've been there. It's dangerous. Studies show that you can increase your risk of heart attack, stroke, type 2 diabetes, and other health problems. Breaking free of your yo-yo diet pattern is a main reason doctors created Lean. Lean is a supplement, not an injection, and you don't need a prescription. My nephew Robin is using it and has already lost a significant amount of weight. The science behind Lean is impressive. It is studied natural ingredients target weight loss in 3 powerful ways. Lean helps maintain a healthy blood sugar. That helps you control appetites and cravings. And it helps burn fat by converting fat into energy. Listen, if you're tired of losing weight and gaining it back and you want to lose a meaningful weight at a healthy pace, Lean was created just for you. Let me get you started 20% off when you enter the code Stephanie20 at takelean.com. One more time, that code is Stephanie20 at takelean.com.